Broadcasting out into the stratosphere. Welcome to the franchise. I'm your host, the Double D Train himself, Daniel Ehrenberg. And over here is Henry Papali, and we're talking about Species 3 and Species the Awakening, the Sci-Fi Channel original movie sequels to the Species franchise.
That
this
we
is
sure
episode
are.
185 or something like that.
Oh, you were on a streak, my
I
friend.
was.
But yeah, 184, everybody.
Okay.
It's good to be here with Double D. We have some Double D. I don't know if we have a C cup at any point. There are every size cup imaginable.
Baby. Species is D exclusive. What are you talking about?
That's probably true. We might even have an H in there. Am I right?
Who's an H?
Triple H over here.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
Hubert Horatio Humphrey. It's good to be here, everybody. We made it through the Species franchise.
It was tough going this week, Hank.
I
really thought it was my idea to do the Species franchise. I had fun last week. Good twofer of silly sci-fi movies. You got the first one, the alien's the bad guy. It's like the Terminator. You got the second one. Now she's a good guy. It's Terminator 2. Very fun.
Yeah.
And then, much like the Terminator franchise, we're grasping for straws this week. These are two low-budget TV movies with very little of interest.
This is true, but for some reason, even these movies, spoiler alert, they're bad, are still easier for me to watch than certain other things we cover.
Not me.
Yeah. I think it's the genre. I can make it.
You have a lot of endurance when it comes to sci-fi.
I have higher endurance, a higher tolerance, even for bad sci-fi than I do for like bad comedy.
Give me a teen melodrama, a fart comedy. I could watch it all day.
This is true, and I can't do it. So
my problem is just boredom. I get bored watching movies like this.
Right.
It's not a matter of like it's so bad that it's annoying me or something. It's just like I'm sitting there glum, At least so Species 3 takes place in a higher education environment. We're going to a college campus.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
But it was hard for me to get into it, and then the only actor who can actually put words together and have sentences come out of his mouth as though they're sentences spoken by a person is Robert Knepper. And then 45 minutes in or something like that, maybe a little more than that, he gets surprise killed. And then what are you left with?
Well, Robert Knepper was actually going to be my MVP, but I settled on somebody else.
I think there's no other option.
I think there is, but it's almost a default option. But on our show, it's a character we've come across about 400 or so different times. No exaggeration. And so this time I think it's done slightly more charismatically. We'll get to him. That's right. I said him.
I'm excited to hear it. I hope you're talking about the fat guy who disintegrates, but maybe not. Let's get into it, Hank. Species 3, shall we talk about it?
Yeah, I got it up. I'm ready to go, firing on all cylinders. I'm ready to talk about Sonny Mabry.
Introducing Sonny Mabry, our newest huge star.
Oh, man.
Species 3, it comes 6 years after the last one. Probably too long. But it's on TV, so who cares? We have a new director, a fellow by the name of Brad Turner. Now, this guy has over 100 credits on IMDb.
He works a lot. So, like I like to say, he's working.
He's a TV guy. Has he ever directed another movie besides Species 3? And that doesn't even count. It's a TV movie.
Everything that is not TV looks like it's a TV movie or miniseries.
I don't think this guy's ever touched one of those, Tinseltown cinemas.
You know what, man? whatever, the guy is employed.
Look at this, 46 episodes of 24. He's done it all.
He's a happy camper,
He's
man.
currently hanging out in Hawaii about stuff. Hawaii Five-0 he's doing.
Hawaii Five-0?
Yeah,
I see.
You watch that? That's in
No
its
interest.
10th season.
I do know that he was involved in one of our favorite shows, Alcatraz.
Sure.
One of those. He did. I see Blade, Bones.
Well, I've definitely seen his episode of Bones.
You have?
Well, I've seen every episode of Bones.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All 200 something.
Jesus Christ.
That's right.
That's great
12
stuff.
12 seasons of Bones. Watched them all.
Wow. In one night, like I did The Mandalorian?
I binged it all. Bones. That'd be a great project.
Stay up for a week.
It'd be more than that. It's 12 seasons. That's gotta be at least like 200 something hours.
You could do that in a week.
How many hours in a week, Henry?
So, you figure you do an 8-hour day, 40 hours a week you work.
An 8-hour day? No way. I'm staying up for the full 24.
Well, no, that's what I mean. So you're 24 times 7. You're in. Yes. Our amateur
I'm not talking
mathematicians.
about bodily secretions here, Henry.
24/7. Yeah, there are more than, I believe, 20. Boy, we are dumbasses sometimes.
We're
we
very
really
stupid. Honestly, the only thing we know about is movies.
We are very stupid. Just so everyone knows that we know that.
Yeah.
There's 675,000 hours in 1 week. Just did the math.
All
right.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I made that up. But you would have believed it if I would have said I had a calculator here and did it.
I really would. God, I'm stupid. All right, we've got a new writer. He's going to be with us for the next 2. He closes out the French with us. Ben Ripley is his name. Got his start doing these 2. His first 2 scripts are these 2. His only other notable work, he wrote that movie Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal, directed by David Bowie's kid, who we all thought was going to be very talented. And then he did the Flatliners remake. He wrote that.
Yeah, I've seen 3 of this guy's movies now.
You're a fan of Ben Ripley.
No, I'm not. I was kind of dragged kicking and screaming by a lovely person, albeit, but to see Source Code. I think do you remember this?
I wanted to see Source Code when it was out because it was, the dude had done Moon previously, but I just never got around to it, and now I feel like I'm good.
Oh, okay, yeah. You were kind of involved in the conversation, and I had said, yeah, I got to go see Source Code, and I'm not looking forward to it, so I gave in, went. It's real bad.
It's real bad?
Dude, it's just
I thought you're such a sucker for Gyllenhaal.
Not to that point. Not at all.
No?
I'm not really a sucker for any actor if they're in something like that is just bad. Name one.
Someone that you'll forgive for anything? I don't know.
Forgive for anything.
Nicholson.
Right. No, man, I didn't go see, Anger Management.
But I bet if you did, you'd like it.
I highly doubt that, because it also has the deciding factor of me not liking a movie, which is Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but I bet you'd love How Do You Know? If you saw that, you'd be into it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
The Bucket List. I bet you'd love that.
I own that, and
you own the Bucket List. This is who we're talking to here. What, you're kidding about that? Line?
I'm fucking kidding. Jesus Christ, I've never seen it.
Tonight.
I've never seen. You thought I've seen the Bucket List?
No, I thought maybe you bought it just because you're a Jack guy, and then you just had it.
Can't do stuff like that, man. I'm not like that.
All right. He's not.
What's the line though? Every time you bring up the Bucket List, I need you to say the Bucket List line.
My favorite line.
Yeah, I need you to say it.
Yeah. I hate your rotten guts. Isn't that it?
It's it's either that or rotten stinking guts. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
either way, it's Morgan Freeman at his finest too.
Yeah, they're skydiving in that scene, talking
Right.
to each other in the air, because that's how that works. Species 3 aired on the Sci-Fi Channel November 27th, 2004. I think it was still the Sci-Fi Channel at this point, not yet Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi, sure, yeah. Still a channel I never turned on any
Get
television.
out of here. Battlestar Galactica, that's what brought me to the Sci-Fi Channel. I don't think I've watched it since.
I don't know that the Sci-Fi Channel has ever made it onto my television in its entire existence or mine.
Didn't you try out Battlestar?
No.
You should. It's a great show.
I know. I believe when we first met, that was one of the ones
I was
you
pushing
pushed,
hard.
But I wouldn't bite.
No, you made a mistake on that one.
Well, hey, you know most of your wrecks I took, so
Especially you're preaching. I got all this tolerance. It's sci-fi. I love it. See Species 3, Species 4. I'll watch it all. I give you like the best sci-fi thing to be on TV. In the last 20 years. No, that's a hard no.
A hard no on Battlestar Galac. But I'm in the sci-fi universe lately, man, with Watchmen, sort of, and Mandalorian. So there you go.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I got
both those shows I was going to skip, believe it or not,
that's
as
right.
you know.
I know what to watch, Henry.
You know what I like to watch. I do. You rarely misstep.
Thank you very much. Henry, this was nominated for some awards.
Oh, shit. This was nominated for some awards?
Yep. They're an award show we covered once before, and I've encountered it again, and I did the research it requires, okay? The DVDX Awards.
Oh, I was, getting my songs ready.
No, there's no song for this. I enjoy whenever we do a straight-to-DVD movie covering the DVD awards, because I'm fascinated they exist, sort of like the cable acers from back in the day.
Yeah. All right, let's hear this.
Okay, let's hear the theme song.
No, I don't have a theme song.
Let's hear the theme song.
Oh, right. For what was this award again? I have to find it in the file. It's
the
called what?
DVDX Awards.
The DVDX Awards. Okay. Let me just find the file here. Get your machine on, get your DVD on. It's the DVD Awards, movies that made the cut for DVDs.
They made the cut. See, most movies don't make the cut. They come out in theaters like some kind of fucking chump.
Right. No, these ones. It's an important distinction. They make it
to DVD first.
That's right. It comes out on that first. So yeah, Lemur, we're gonna need you to clip that for us, okay, buddy? Thanks,
Josh. All right. DVDX Awards. You ready for this?
DVDX Award. Yeah.
Okay. Amelia Cook, who plays the sexy internet alien.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
She was nominated for Best Actress in a DVD exclusive movie.
That's got to be some non-exclusive category, man. Wow. Okay. Best Actress. Boy, she really is good.
Yeah. She lost, unfortunately, to Jennifer Tilly for not one of the Chucky movies, for a film called Ball in the House. I'm looking it up right now. Ball in the House. Looks like a rehab movie, Henry.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tilly is playing an aunt of a kid struggling with alcoholism.
The fuck kind of title is that?
Ball in the House. I don't know. They're having a ball.
You need to stop drinking it because your ball is in the house.
What does that mean?
It just means he needs to stop drinking. His ball's in the house.
Best Actress, Henry. You should have won.
Actress.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Species 3 won the award for Best Cinematography. in a DVD exclusive movie.
Yeah, I didn't find oddly that this movie looked as bad as I was expecting it to look. That is not to say that it looked like Roger Deakins was behind the lens, but it for a sci-fi TV movie, it looked all right.
Looked professional enough. A lot of interiors.
A lot of interiors. Sonny Mabry was lit well.
She certainly was, from the inside out. Best Supporting Actress, Henry. We got another winner.
Oh.
Yeah, listen to this one. Natasha Henstridge was the winner for Best Supporting Actress in a DVD exclusive movie. I don't think she has any lines.
She's dead.
Yeah, she dies in the first scene.
Yeah, she's reanimated. Well, she's already dead.
But
she
it's
dies.
it's not like a Drew Barrymore Scream situation. She's just like in the back of an ambulance crying.
Right. Oh, right. No, right. Yeah, she's nothing there. Yeah, weird. Well, hey.
So that's a weird choice.
Wonder who's on the voting committee, who they get to be on the DVD Awards committee.
Well, based on the next one, I'm going to assume Mark Hamill is involved.
Oh, okay.
Because Best Movie, Species 3 was nominated, but it lost to Comic Book the Movie, which of course was written and directed and starring Mark Hamill in those tough years when no one was giving a shit. And I for one have seen that movie.
Really?
Hey, I was working at Blockbuster at the time. A movie called Comic Book the Movie starring Mark Hamill comes out. I'll check it out.
Good point. So this was that unfortunate like nebula when Mark Hamill was like post Joker, pre Star Wars, right? So he was kind of floating around looking for stuff.
He was in the wind. His voice was in the wind.
He had evaporated from the Force and was not a physical being anymore.
Self-financed this project that takes place at a comic book convention, and it's just a series of bad cameos the entire time.
Oh my! All right.
Really awful. Okay, Hank. Let's talk about Species 3. I'm going listless this week.
Yeah, Dan told me we were going to go listless. That's fine with me. If you want to hear 2004, 2007, you'll hear it any other episode that features movies of that year.
Yeah. If you want to hear us rank every single movie that ever came out in 2007, it's $5 to be a patron.
That is true. True.
Hank, let's have a lean, mean episode this week.
All right. That's what the voters want.
Species 3. Okay. We get a nice previously on Species segment to start.
We really do, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We get full scenes from previous movies, sepia out. It's like, remember these great memories? She put her tongue through that guy's head.
Yes, yeah. And aren't the credits sort of playing over that?
And they look like garbage again, which is a Species standard.
I liked it. When they were doing that, I was like, at least they stuck to that. That's cool.
Looked like they think it's clipped from fucking MS Word. Just awful.
They're like these chunky bubble wrap letters. It's very strange.
Yeah, they look like it's like Rockwell Extra Bold.
Yeah, it looks like Captain Crunch was lined up by ants and then thrown on the sand. Species 2.
What? Captain Crunch was lined up by ants? And I don't know what the fuck that was.
Like if you spelled out something in cereal on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, forget it. It's all right. It was I have him, I get these weird
You should have used Alphabits. The cereal that's about spelling.
Alphabets didn't occur to me. How about Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I gotta tell you, Henry, I had a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch on yesterday.
On yesterday?
On yesterday.
Whoa.
No, it wasn't. It was on Friday. It was on Friday. All
right.
But those are good.
That was my go-to as a kid, man. Been a long time.
I was a Fruity Pebble man when I was a kid because I was such an unhealthy piece of shit.
Like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so nutritious.
It's better. I mean, you can't.
Let's-
I can't eat. You can't eat food with like cartoon characters on the box.
Yeah, well, right.
Although
I mean,
Cinnamon
fruit.
Toast Crunch has like a what's on there? A baker. He's got like a chef's hat.
A couple of bakers, Fruit Loops. I always like Toucan Sam. I actually prefer this conversation. I never went for the Honey Smacks. I didn't trust the frog.
Oh, I don't like the frog. I think I got those once. They were fine, but it's like there are all these options. What are we doing getting smacks?
No, thank you. No life for me. No Count Chocula.
I didn't like any of those dessert cereals. The Choculas of the world, the Honey Bear, Honey Boo, or
Honey Boo. Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
the Irish one, Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, I have to say, sucked. It's real bad.
Never liked.
I say that like I have to say it as if speaking as a half Irish guy, I have to say the
you were
authenticity
scandalized by that cereal.
I have to say, Lucky Charms. It's speaking for the Irish people. Lucky Charms is not a great cereal.
We already know from Henry's research that Lucky Charms is not as authentic as the film Leprechaun Origins.
That is very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. The film's not real. Authenticity is not its spiel. But if you want a good cereal, you can look no further than Toucan Sam.
Good one. Okay. Species 3. We're back in the ambulance that we were in the end of the second one.
Yeah, except which was hilarious, right? We're not at all in that ambulance. This is like a military truck.
It's 6 years later. Natasha Henstridge looks 6 years older. It's an entirely different kid who's like 100 pounds fatter than the kid in the previous one.
No cat.
There's what?
No cat.
I
Remember,
forgot
there's a
about
cat.
the cat. That's right. There is a cat in this movie that gets killed. I wasn't happy about it. It was between Nepper and that cat for my MVP.
Right. Oh, boy, you're gonna really be surprised at my MVP. I think. All right.
Okay, so the fat guy, or the fat kid, he sort of forces the baby out of Natasha. What's her name? Henstridge.
Yeah, her belly.
Everyone ends up dead, basically, but we retroactively say that Robert Nepper is in the ambulance. He's, like, driving the ambulance.
That's right.
Which, like, why is he driving the ambulance?
That was a question that was never answered, and never got answered, even after I went back, read the plot description. They don't tell you. He's just, he says one line about it in the movie. Like, oh yeah, I did that. He says I'm a professor, like by day or some shit, but it doesn't explain how this man.
What are you, an EMT by night?
For the military, nonetheless, it makes. I do not know.
It is very weird because he is just a college professor, and like I was at the beginning of the movie, sort of waiting for some sort of revelation, like he knew she was going to be in there, and he crashed the car on purpose to like steal the fetus, but like. It just never came up.
No, it never.
The car crashed accidentally, it seems. Everyone but him and the baby fetus died. Yeah. And he took the baby fetus home and raised it.
He steals the fetus, raises the fetus. The fat boy never follows him, so we that just
he does eventually.
Later, yes. He looks a lot like Val Kilmer in The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Val Kilmer?
Actually, Val Kilmer now.
He looks like Marlon Brando in The Island of Dr. Moreau.
He reminds me of Val Kilmer with like bad makeup.
That's Val Kilmer, all in The Doors.
Yeah. Val. All right. Yeah. So the driver, Dr. Abbott, this is Robert Nepper, is Dr. Abbott. Mm-hmm. Costello is the guy driving the other car.
Good one.
Returns to his he comes to the college and he's teaching. He's a very hardcore professor, my lord. This fucking dean fella just walks into the fucking room and he just gets verbally assaulted by this professor.
No, Nepper's an intense professor. He's one of these guys, you walk into the classroom, it's an auditorium, he's got like 3 chalkboards that slide and there's more chalkboards behind them. He's like fucking Tony Shalhoub in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Back now on Amazon Prime for season 3.
Oh, really? All right. I did see that. Yeah.
All right. Fucking. So that's Nepper. He takes this fetus home. It's an alien fetus.
Right.
Who he knows all about. He knows about all the alien stuff.
Somehow.
I don't know how.
I don't either. He's just he's
There's
a deep
a lot of
research.
things in both of these movies that were like people just know. Like in the first 2 movies, this was a well-kept secret.
Yeah, and that was part of the appeal of the plot of the first one. And this one, it's just like everybody fucking knows it. The fucking woman in the car with the little ET figurines on her car. Yeah, I don't know.
By the time the 4th fucking movie comes out, there's like fucking underground black market fetus alien dealers.
Yeah. Somebody blabbed.
Yeah. So he locks up this this alien baby in the basement, and it quickly starts growing up into a kid. He makes it dinner. That's very nice.
Yeah, he does. He treats her kind of not. I mean, sort of well, right?
I mean, he's just treating her like he adopted a kid, but she's an alien, and he's doing experiments on her. Although, you know what? He doesn't treat her with very much like love or care. It's more like a doctor-patient relationship.
Yeah, and he names her Sarah.
Oh, right, because they're eating Sara Lee cakes.
Yes, which was a really ingenious touch.
What a plot device. What came first, the Sara Lee cakes or the name Sarah, and they needed a reason for it?
God. Somebody was like, isn't Sarah like a biblical name? Let's get a Bible scene. Find the chapter where they named Sarah. Oh, forget it. What about Sara Lee cakes? Anyone have one of those?
Yeah, it was like they wrote a scene where they were listening to the Bob Dylan song Sarah, and then they couldn't get the song, and they were like, "How about they're eating cake?"
Sara Lee, they could put in a commercial for Sara Lee on the Sci-Fi Network. They'll let us use it.
FYI, you're absolutely right. That's 100% what happened.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
By the way, Sara Lee cheesecakes are pretty good.
Every time, I guarantee you, every time we were cutting to commercial in Species 3, Species 3 will be right back, brought to you by Sara Lee.
Every cake begins with Sara Lee.
I like that ad campaign. I think all ad campaigns should be every something begins with something.
Even inanimate objects. Every Kleenex blow on your nose begins with tissue made by soft.
You don't have to be that incredible with it. Just every Dorito begins with D. That's all you need.
Just spell everything.
Yeah, like that. The K Jewelers.
Commercial. Right. Every Glad trash bag begins with G. You'll be glad with Glad.
You turned everything into cock rock. I'm trying to do a nice TV jingle. This guy's over here acting like he's in fucking Candlebox.
I can't help it. You're right. It's right where my mind goes for that shit. Okay. All right.
Okay, back to this dinner.
Back to Species 3.
I really have an issue with this dinner. And my main issue is he's trying to teach her, like, table manners.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And the food that he gives her to practice with is lobster?
Yeah, right. Because she says lobster. Like, she sees the Red Lobster commercial, so she wants lobster.
But, like, no one can eat a lobster without looking like a fucking caveman. Like,
this is very true.
He's trying to teach her, like, proper lobster techniques. That's a little advanced. She's been alive for, like, 3 days.
Well, I guess he's assuming she can absorb information already, or
I don't know. Maybe cut up some chicken for her first.
It would be a courteous
Give
thing
her
to
some
do.
soup.
Well, again, Daniel, Red Lobster was heavily advertised in the 63 premiere. So
Every
both.
red lobster begins with R.
Wait, I remember Red Lobster's theme. Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
I can see that being an 80s jingle.
It's probably still the same jingle. Yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like it now. It's got some kind of like
something I would come up
like
with.
a down. No, seriously. Like I feel like it's more like bluesy now. You see, like a Red Lobster commercial, they show like a real sweaty lobster, just dripping sweat, and like the music comes in. Now, looking good.
It's a Cajun lobster ad.
Yeah.
I went on down to get money. My Red Lobster was me.
You better careful. You wear that bib. All right. So one day Robert Nepper is at work teaching the masses. And the kid's at home. She goes into a cocoon like Michelle Williams did in the first one. And she hatches from the cocoon. She kills Nepper's cat. Nepper comes home from work. He walks in the door, immediately goes, "Cat? Cat? Where are you, cat?" And I'm thinking, he's named his cat Cat?
Well, he has trouble naming things, clearly. He can't name her unless she sees a cheesecake in front of him.
That's a great point. He should just name his cat fucking Friskies.
Right. I was just going to say, it's surprised it's just not Cat Chow, Purina.
Purina 1.
One.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. And I think that's weird, and I have a roommate with a cat named Cat.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it before. Yeah. People do it.
People do it. Okay. You learn something new every day, Henry.
That's why people tune in here.
All right. So he comes home. He finds his adopted alien, and now she's like a sexy lady.
Yeah, she's naked.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of boobs in this movie, and I was relieved because when I saw it was a Sci-Fi Channel original, I thought maybe no boobs.
I don't get it. I needed you to explain this to me.
I have theories. Sci-Fi Channel, I feel like sometimes will show boobs after a 10 p.m. hour or something.
This is a lot of nudity.
It is. My theory is they probably aired an edited version of this in prime time and then showed like an after hours version of it in the middle of the night, and that's the version that made it to like DVD and streaming and shit.
Oh, all right. I get it. Because I was a little blown away. I did not understand all the breasts that are in this movie on a Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. My favorite full frontal scene, Henry, of course, is when the dean of the college comes over to the professor's house.
Oh, the British guy.
Yeah. And this character is really great. He runs the college. He's taking funding away from the science department. Everybody hates him. But he's going to go visit at home. He walks in. Naked lady. All right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. She looks like she's like 17 or 18.
My wood!
Yeah. And he's like fucking into this. Okay?
Yeah.
And so she's into it at first too. Because she's like trying to mate like these aliens do in these movies.
That's right. This is Dr. Turner.
Thanks, Henry. Thanks for looking that up.
Let's keep our doctors straight. There's a lot of doctors in these movies.
They're all doctors. Everyone has a medical degree in a Species movie. Everyone's got a medical degree and blue balls, baby.
Yeah.
So this guy, she starts kissing him and shit, and then like she realizes like he's unhealthy or something, like they do in these movies. So
right.
she's not gonna fuck him, and so she like backs off. and she's fully naked in front of this dude who's fully clothed. And I took a fucking screenshot and put it on Twitter. They might ask me to take it down or suspend me. It's a picture of a naked lady. But he responds to her, "Don't be a prick tease."
He does indeed. I remember that line. Yes. Don't be a prick tease. I am from jolly old England. We do not say cock tease. We say prick tease. Yes.
Is that why?
Yes. I don't know. I cock tease is what I always heard. I never heard don't be a prick tease,
I think I have. Oh, by the way, it's even better than that. He says it's not polite to be a prick tease.
It's not polite to be. Well, yeah. To which she could have responded.
Do you see it?
I do. That's perfect. I could see it perfectly.
Great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's good podcasting.
Yeah, that is. To which she could have justifiably replied, it's not polite to threaten to sexually assault someone either.
No, he actually sort of pulls a similar thing that diabetes guy in the first one did, where she decides not to have sex with him, and he's like, "Well, I've already got a halfie, so now I have to rape you. Sorry."
This shirt was Brooks Brothers. Remember when he says that?
Yeah, she rips his buttons open. That is the best scene in the movie. Maybe he's the MVP.
It's a good scene. Yeah.
I think that's Henry's MVP.
No, but good guess.
Okay.
Good guess.
All right, so that fat kid shows up. He's a fat man now.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, all these alien ladies are like these stacked blonde ladies. And, the men look like this fat guy?
That didn't occur to me. You're right. All the women who become this or who are the alien species are like these knockouts. And all the guys are like -2s.
Listen, all of these incels, these MAGA incels, Henry.
Yeah.
They need to I think NASA should just send them up in a space shuttle in search of this alien planet. Because that's the way to go. They're stacked beautiful babes aching to get your dick off, and they'll sleep with any fat piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a great point you raise.
And we'll get them off this planet.
It's a twofer right there. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. Win-win. I like it a lot.
It's a real Paul Giamatti situation.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
All right, so the fat guy, he
starts to decompose.
Yeah, his ear falls off, which I don't like. I don't like ear stuff in movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a Reservoir Dogs scene fan?
That one doesn't bother me. It's more like falling, like limbs falling off.
Yeah, I don't like
The
that
Fly
either.
really grosses me out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So this guy, shit starts falling off. He starts sort of leaking what looks like Pepsi or something. It's a lot of carbonation.
It's MAGA liquid. Yeah.
Pepsi is MAGA liquid?
No, just what he's leaking.
Yeah, Trump's, we don't like Coke. Coke's fake soda.
Dan with a decidedly political joking bent this week. I like it.
Have I made other political jokes?
Of course, it's been a while.
I guess. Okay, so what happens next? She starts going out to mate. She goes to a sweet kegger on campus.
Oh yeah, that's a great okay. Before we go any further, because I want to focus on that scene. You have yet to introduce, the major character who has already made an appearance. Yeah,
Dean. I'm sorry, I haven't brought up Dean yet. Dean's very important to me as a viewer. He's really our male lead and our audience identification character. He is a student at the campus. Do we know what this college is?
Probably just called, college.
Every college begins with C.
It's a town college. C-O-L-L-E-G-E.
He's got to do that in his voice.
Ooh, it's a college. Ooh, it's a university. Oof.
You okay over
Yeah.
there, buddy?
Yeah, he's the dean of the college. His name's Dean of the Dean, so he's a dean who's aspiring to be a dean.
Great stuff. All right.
Thanks. All right. That's Robin Dunn.
Robin Dunn is the name of Dean. Not
That's
the
right.
Dean. Dean.
Dean the Dunn.
Yeah.
Dunn.
So he's like a science student, and his experiment has recently been vetoed by the dean, and
Right.
so he loses all his funding. And somehow he like finds out about this alien shit. I don't remember how, but he gets roped into it, and Nepper like asks him to be like his lab assistant.
Right. No, he doesn't find. He finds out because he actually just walks in on Nepper with the guy with the tentacles have exploded in his stomach. And
That's right. And Nepper has overheard that he lost his funding. So he was like, don't tell anybody. I've got a lot of funding for this project.
Yeah. And I love how he tells him he's got like something interesting he's working on or whatever. And it's not like he's telling him, look, I have like an egg over here that I want you to take a look at. Fucking Dean walks into the room and there's like a dead man with his stomach exploded and an octopi sticking out. And
and then there's just like a hot girl running around. It's unbelievable. He's like, listen, I know you've lost your funding, but let me ask you this. Are you interested in boobs and tentacles?
One is science. The other one you can get laid. Both work. That's how he talks when he's.
This project is about business as well as pleasure. No, actually, he says stay away from Sarah.
Yeah, he does. He warns.
You don't need to have a relationship with her, but he does. They start playing chess together, and Sarah knows a lot about chess because the aliens all have the power. Like if you look at a book, you know everything in the book.
Yeah, she has like this osmotic way of learning. She touches a pamphlet and all of a sudden she's an expert on cars.
Yeah, it's very, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. She checkmates him in like 3 moves.
Yeah, it's the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right. I wasn't sure. I don't think I've ever been able to checkmate anyone in less than 108 moves. So
I'm very good at chess. No big deal.
Well, we'll have to play sometime.
I wouldn't play you. You're a rank amateur.
I've been playing my whole life, so yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The only people worthy of playing me are homeless in the park.
They are worthy opponents.
And of course, that Microsoft program.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll play you in chess, motherfucker.
And Bobby Fischer of that great Steven Zalian film.
Hey, I'm searching for Bobby Fischer.
Hey, I'm searching for Bobby Fischer over here.
Anybody seen him?
What?
Yeah, he's over here with the dead alien and the tentacles.
I like that bit, Henry.
Thanks. Just that he's actually looking for Bobby Fischer.
I like the New York idiot searching for Bobby Fischer.
Oh, I was... Okay, thank you. But I was actually doing your Joe Mantegna because he's in Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, that would be... hey,
that was what I was doing.
Here, I'm searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah. All right.
Henry...
But New York Idiot's good too, though.
New York Idiot's good. Okay, so this guy, Robin Dunn, of course... Henry, I assume you recognize him from his season 3 arc on Dawson's Creek as well?
Oh, but when I looked him up for my SH count, as I call it, my shook count, I noticed his credits and I noticed Dawson's Creek.
Right. Well, Henry, if you don't remember, I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Remember about halfway through season 3 of Dawson's Creek, the gang go to visit a college in Boston and see Joey, played by Katie Holmes. You know how when you go visit a college, sometimes they have you stay with a student, like in their dorm room?
Yeah.
Okay, so they put Joey with a guy named AJ because they assumed that she was a boy.
I remember
her name was Joey, not realizing that her full name's Josephine.
Right, I remember. Yeah.
All right, so she meets this dude, AJ, and they were into each other, and for a while there, they were having a little long-distance relationship, taking the old train between Boston and Cape Side.
I do remember that plot line. That was right before Joey becomes interested in Scientology. if I recall. Is that right? A few years before
In
that?
real life, yes, but
Oh, no. I thought I was remembering the show Dawson's River.
Henry,
Yes.
don't you dare speak ill of things you know not of.
Speak not of things you know not of, 'cause it's Dawson's Creek.
You know as
All
well as I do that the theme song is "I Don't Want to Wait" by Paula Cole.
Oh yeah, I knew that song before that fucking show. So there you go.
Oh, why? You're a huge fan of her album, This Fire?
No, but it was on MTV all the time. That one and the other song of hers that was real big.
Yeah. Where have all the cowboys gone? Yippee-yi, yippee-yi, yippee-yi. That's real. She says yippee-yi, yippee-yi.
I remember Paula Cole with the pits.
Yeah, do you remember when they airbrushed her pits in Entertainment Weekly, and then she wrote a letter and complained about it?
No, but that sounds exactly like something that happened.
Yeah.
Paula Cole.
Paula Cole, love it. Okay, so AJ from Dawson's Creek, he's bonding with her over chess. He's following her around. He's getting feelings. He's catching feelings.
Yeah, obvious.
And it seems like maybe so is she, which goes against everything we know about these aliens.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Yes. Sonny Mabry.
That's right. So meanwhile, there's a subplot happening, Henry.
Yeah.
AJ, he lives at the school in his dorm, and he's got a stoner roommate, and his roommate has discovered a fun new website.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest things to believe in the entire movie, actually. Yeah.
Henry, I think I've been recording this like shit the entire time. Why don't you just tell me when it... Oh. Henry, now we're recording normal. The first 45 minutes of this episode is going to sound like shit.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we are. Why don't you notice?
Why is it my responsibility? I'm taking
It's not.
care of myself.
It is not. It should be my responsibility.
And
But
you sound
sometimes, now I sound fine. Sometimes I forget. Listen, shut up, Tim. On one of the Survivor things recently, I said, like, hey, man, he said, listen, you sound bad. And I was like, oh, you're right. I didn't set the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the thing is, I didn't notice because only now, when you come into this little tunnel, is when you really sound different. Yeah.
I hate this episode now.
Ladies and gentlemen, my bad. I didn't hear that Dan didn't sound correct.
I'm so disheartened. I felt like we were having fun.
We are having fun. It's a good episode.
No, it's going to sound bad now.
They never sound as bad as you think. Every time this has happened, and it happens, occasionally, I go back and I listen, and you're just okay, man. You're just going to be fine. Everything's all right. What's that button that you forget to hit?
Every time it won't let me put this microphone as my default microphone. My computer mic is the default microphone, and I have to change it to this every time.
A very good computer mic, then, I will say for the record, because, it's just echoey when you're not on the mic. But
I don't want it to sound echoey. We're doing a professional podcast here.
Professional podcast. All right, well, we're on the air now. Welcome, everybody. It's episode 184. All right. We'll muscle through. It's okay. It's quite all right.
All right. All right. What happens next?
So the website. I was talking about the website, and it was the hardest thing to believe in the whole movie because this website is found by his roommate, Dean's roommate. And it's of a beautiful girl who starts saying a very specific treatise on a very specific part of molecular biology, and that she will basically sleep with whoever can help her out in her search for this an enigmatic answer.
Right. So basically, it turns out she's like an alien hybrid like all these other ones. And, you know, I thought there were only like 2 of these things. But now they're all over the fucking place.
No, I abandoned that theory soon into this film because after Species 2, I just had to assume that these things are everywhere.
Yeah, because that astronaut was going around fucking everybody.
Right. So, you know, and I didn't assume they were all boys either because that's the indication is they're all male children. But,
right, they were wearing those rags, those potato sacks.
Right.
Listen, they're all over the place. He's got a bunch of kids, but the hybrid ones, they're like disintegrating. So this internet hot girl, this cam girl, is going to be like the fat guy that disintegrated. So she is looking for this thing, and she goes out with the roommate, and then she realizes that AJ is the guy, Dean, whatever, and he runs away, and she starts killing motherfuckers.
That's essentially accurate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. That's what happens. And can I? We have a brief word. What's your opinion on the shifting of emotional power from Natasha Henstridge to Sonny Mabry?
You mean in terms of her acting?
Yeah.
She's a bad actor.
Yeah. Well, yes, but I didn't think she wasn't as bad as I was expecting her to be.
I
think she's the second best, and since there's only 3 different women, she's the second best / second worst.
I don't think I agree with that. I think she's the worst.
Do you really now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think she's better than the one we're coming to next.
She doesn't have much. She's got a very high-strung energy, too, which, like, isn't sexy. It's not really enigmatic. I don't know what it's really going for. And so, ultimately, she just seems like some, like, college girl that they popped in a movie.
Speaking true, you are. That sounded like Yoda, or maybe Baby Yoda. Speaking true, you are about the college party that I wanted to get back to. That's a great party. She's throwing around frat boys into tables.
It's Viking themed. Everyone's wearing those hats with the 2 points.
I didn't get that. What is that? All that? What? I did not belong to a fraternity. I chose to.
I think that's just a thing, like so that you know we're on a college campus. People are running around dressed as Vikings.
You couldn't just be on a college campus and have people drinking. That
no.
Be believable.
Because, like, you know, anyone could hold a red Solo cup and chat around a bonfire. But in this case, you need it to be college, and it's like you don't want to be too cliche. You don't want to go toga party.
No.
So it's Viking party.
Toga party. Yeah, it's true. All right. So she's walking around. It's winter. That was the thing I noticed mainly because everyone else is dressed very. It's Christmas.
Well, yeah, but she's an alien. She's wearing a tank top with like spaghetti straps, and
she stands up.
And a woman on the street says that she's going to drive her home because she must be cold.
Correct. And then the said woman takes her near a railroad, and she chases after the railroad. She gets her arm cut off. It regrows. The woman runs away. The woman knows about extraterrestrials, and
well, she knows about extraterrestrials in like the X-Files-y way. She starts talking about like Roswell and Area 51 and shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, but isn't there a voice in the beginning of the movie that is a woman talking over a radio, as I recall?
It's not this lady.
I think it might be. Because we don't know that store she comes out of is clearly hers that she owns. Maybe she's the DJ of a radio station.
Seems like a spurious fan theory.
That's what I do on. That's what I'm here to do about Species 3. I have multiple fan theories.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the sexy lady. She's on the date with the stoner. I wrote. He's on the website. Okay. He's showing AJ the website, and I paused it, and I had to get a look at this website.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Wow, look at you. All right.
Okay. So I wrote down the quote. There's a quote at the top of the website welcoming you to the website.
Okay.
Okay, here's the quote. Doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Welcome to my lab, big boy. Leave your blue pill at home. You're going to need it. Okay.
I have a couple questions. If
do
he's
too.
gonna need the blue pill, why is he gonna leave it at home?
That's an oxymoron, that sentence.
And also, like, blue pill is that
Matrix.
referring to Viagra or the Matrix, right?
Oh, that's a good point. You know what? I think it is a Viagra joke. It is 2004.
So maybe it means you're not gonna need it. Like, I'm so fucking sexy, I'll get that dick hard.
That's exactly
There's
what
just a typo.
Look, we just had to deconstruct it between the two of us. That's all. She knew what she was talking about. She's a molecular physicist.
I think
dude.
15 years after this movie came out, the designers of this website are vindicated by us.
I think
We've figured it out.
That just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Nepper gets killed. The alien. We see an alien penis, which I enjoyed. There was an alien vagina in the second one. I don't think we talked about it last week, did we?
I probably didn't want to, but yeah.
Oh, maybe we did. There was a pan up in Alien, and you get a very specific shot of her vagina.
Oh yeah.
And in this movie, you see a very slithery, long, black penis.
I didn't know if that was just supposed to,
That
If
was
it was
not a
his tail?
tentacle. It was not. These
Okay.
aliens don't have tails. They have
whatever.
tentacles, but
Yeah.
I think it's been established what these tentacles look like.
so you don't think that was like a dick look-alike thing to try to? You think it was an actual alien dick?
That was an alien dick.
Okay, alien dick. Spotted.
Slithering up from the bottom of the
Spotted
frame.
dick.
The website girl, she's falling apart too.
Yeah.
She needs to like eat people to stay alive.
Yeah,
So-
she has a problem with her breasts. They're growing these around her nipple area.
Yeah, it's
Areola.
true. Her areolas are being circled by alien ridges.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for her,
Mm-hmm.
and for her photo shoots and her reels.
So she
But,
goes to a gas station. She fucks that dude.
It was so weird.
I
that
loved
whole
that scene.
sequence. It was so weird.
And then there's three other dudes that work at the gas station. They're like listening to them fucking in the bathroom, and they're all like, "Who's next?"
God, but like I don't even understand. Like, why did she do that in the plot? Like, what's the point if her purpose is to, recreate? And I don't get why she fucks this guy.
I think it helps to maintain the body, that it doesn't disintegrate
Keep her
as fast.
vivacious.
What?
Just keeps her vivacious and full of life to just fuck rednecks.
I thought you
and
used the word vivacious, but I thought there's no way he said that. But you did. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, she wants to look like her sexy self.
I did not know that having sex with anyone made these aliens stronger, but I guess anything goes now, plot-wise, so.
Yeah, so, the movie does some work to try to get you to care about Sonny Mabry a little bit. So in the third act, they just bring in this brunette alien to be the villain because Sonny Mabry can't really be the villain. It doesn't have the courage or the conviction in its own premise that the first Species movie had.
That's true.
So she's just running around killing people. There's a pretty good shot of a security guard getting bisected.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You got to give it that.
That's not bad. And the reverse heel turn, I thought, of Robert Nepper was surprising. I was genuinely surprised. If
It
you
seemed
recall,
like Nepper was a basically good guy who just happened to be kind of a mad scientist.
well, I was getting the impression he was maybe that he wasn't a good guy, and so when he jumps in and
I think that's just the energy that Nepper brings to the role as a sex pervert.
he looks like a bad guy in any way.
Yeah.
So yeah, when he saves Dean and Sarah, I was a little surprised.
You know about Nepper's Me Too situation, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. He even got to keep his job, so it had to be pretty borderline.
What happened to Bobby Nepps?
I don't know. He got accused, but it was like one of those like 25 years ago accusations. Like right at the height of
yeah.
Me Too, when there was a new one coming out every day.
Yes, sexual assault on the set of the film Gas Food Lodging in 19...
Oh, that's not that long ago. Yeah, that's an Allison Anders film.
You know that movie? I never heard of that movie.
Alison Anders, who also made like Mi Vida Loca.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good filmmaker.
Well, he denied it, and 4 additional allegations.
Oh, excuse me. 4 additional allegations. That probably confirms it.
Period. So, yeah, doesn't look like. Okay, great guy.
So that's the energy he's bringing to the role. Sex pervert. Henry, superhero count. Do you have Robert Knepper's wonderful 4th season arc as the main villain and the guy who runs an evil mutant carnival?
Well, I didn't know we were there yet. I do have Bob Knepper in my.
Well, I was just asking about heroes, if that counts for your superhero count.
No, because we just do superheroes in the superhero count.
Right. Okay, so the movie ends, and it's like, well, Sonny Mabry and Dean can't be together. So what Dean is gonna do is clone a sexy man.
Very
for
odd.
her to end up with. But when we first meet the sexy man, he's a kid. Like, he's just
That's
cloned
right.
him. It's just Sonny Mabry standing next to this, like, 10-year-old boy. And Dean's like, someday she's going to fuck that kid because he's going to grow up pretty fast. Like, next week, probably, they can fuck.
The kid has got to be the most excited 10-year-old in the history of the universe. Like, he's being presented this. Yes, this is your gift. Thy gift, thy squire.
Mm-hmm. Knepper gave him some tips.
Sonny Mabry.
So, yeah, anyway, he grows up and he's been sterilized so that they can't have any more alien children. So they just, I presumably go off on that wooden bridge from A Quiet Place and live happily ever after.
That is the wooden bridge from A Quiet Place, and one of the bridges of Madison County, it must be said.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like the bridge from that biopic. I think it was the Glenn Fry biopic that they got halfway through the making of, and someone got killed on one of those bridges.
Jesus Christ, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Boy, the heat is on, huh?
Well, they didn't finish the movie.
Wow. And if you covered that bridge, you got the bridge from Beetlejuice.
That's right.
More on the bridge later. Weird ending.
Yeah.
Weird ending.
Weird ending. What do you give this movie?
I'm giving this movie 2 stars.
I wanted to. I like Robert Knepper. He's fun, and I was like at it too most of the movie. I was enjoying it, and then ultimately, that third act with them just running away from the brunette alien.
Yeah,
it is bad. Tedious, and it's just sort of poorly made and occasionally gross, and I don't know, man. It wasn't fun enough to get out of the realm of 1 for me.
Okay, all right, I understand that. That's totally fair. I was the 2 for me is mainly because it's bad, but I was really expecting sort of a really TV movie at its lowest possible nadir, and this is not by any stretch of the imagination. At that point.
No, they're definitely trying. They're just failing.
They are. Correct. So it's getting a 2. My MVP is actually Robin Dunn.
You liked Robin Dunn.
Well, here's why. He is given this role that we've made fun of many, many times, where it's just a bland white guy with not a lot of charisma. But, he's real into this fucking movie, and he's committed. And I thought he actually had kind of he's pretty vanilla, but he has not a bad presence, chemistry with Sonny.
Do you know what this guy's doing these days?
Do I want to know?
He's directing Christmas and dog movies on cable,
Christmas and dog movies?
Those are separate genres.
What if it was the same genre and that's all he did?
That'd be great.
Dogs at Christmas.
He used to be like the specialist in terms of straight to DVD sequels. Listen to this track record, Henry.
All right.
Robin Dunn has been in Cruel Intentions 2.
Okay.
The Skulls 2. Of course, Species 3. And also, I thought there was another one. Oh, American Psycho 2, which we were just talking about.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I thought he was not bad.
I thought he was fine too.
Yeah, I mean, it was very hard to pick an MVP here. So, I mean, Nepper.
It's Nepper.
Sonny, I thought wasn't too bad. But then again, as I look at my writings from 2 days ago when I watched the movie, for some reason, I don't know why, I put as my LVP Sonny Mabry. So I guess I thought she wasn't so hot.
Yeah, now you're just remembering how hot she was.
Yeah, maybe as we're talking about it, I'm thinking she wasn't so bad. She's not the worst part of this movie. I mean, the worst part of this movie, I really want to say, it would be like the director or the writer. It's it's fucking garbage.
Yeah. This Ben Ripley guy, he's not a good writer.
Yeah, he sucks. Who's your two here?
I don't. My MVP's Nepper. My LVP's the fat guy whose ear fell off. Just too gross.
Don't need it. Don't need it at all.
Yeah. Don't like it. Or, part of me wants to go with that alien babe at the end, like the villain one. But I really think it's more of a problem with the character than the performance.
Yeah.
Not that she was like amazing or anything, although she was nominated for Best Actress at the
Really?
DVDX
That's
Award.
right. Of course, the DVDX Awards.
That
Sounds
segment
like
of the show sounded like shit.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. The gist of it will be just fine, and it was some of my best work.
Great.
So I'm glad that it was recorded in a top-notch way. I do have a superhero count.
I'd love to hear it.
I bet you would. Here you go. All right, there. First up, we got Robert Nepper, who was in
The Flash.
what are you doing? You checking up on my superhero count?
No, I'm doing something else on my phone. I was just guessing.
Yeah. That's the best answer I've ever heard. I'm doing something else on my. I'm completely not involved right now.
That's not true. I was looking up Species 4 so I could look up people from the cast and shit.
Dan's like on fucking Stitcher, trying to find a
What?
Stitch.
Do you not know what Stitcher is?
Yeah, I do. It's a podcast.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, Robert Nepper was on Arrow and The Flash as the Clock King.
Great.
I didn't know the alias of that character's name was William Talkman.
That's funny.
TikTok.
TikTok, I get it.
Yeah. All right. Joel Stoffer, who in Species 3 played a character named Portis.
I don't recall who that is.
I know. I think he was in a lot of the movie, but whatever. He is the character of Enoch in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Search me.
Search me. All right. Matthew Yang King, who played Specialist Robert Kelly in Species 3. A lot of memorable characters in this fucking movie.
Robert Kelly, the senator from the X-Men.
Well, he had voice roles as Splinter and Shredder in TMNT Dawn vs. Wrath.
Wow, he went back and forth. He did it. He was like, "You must not destroy my turtles. I will beat your turtles."
Yeah, man.
I should be hired, man. I nailed it.
Not bad. He was also the Persuader in Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
He uses the powers of persuasion.
Sounds right. Is that right?
I have no idea.
The Persuader. He just convinces you. He's an annoying guy who has to convince the superhero to stop what you're doing.
No, that's his whole thing. His power is like, hey, you know how many fucking horsepower this car has? Like, come on.
He's a car salesman.
Yeah.
Can I interest you? Persuade you?
You know, the Impossible Burger tastes exactly like a regular hamburger.
He's one of those nebulous characters. He's not bad and he's not good. He's totally about self-interest.
That's right, like Gambit.
Yes.
Go ahead.
He also played a great character named Ian in Batman Ninja from 2018 and Dr. Shin in Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Thank you. That's the superhero count. Mercifully short.
Thank you. Okay, shall we move to Species, not 4, Species The Awakening?
I mean, I keep calling it 4, so...
You know, because it takes place in Mexico, the original title of this movie was Species Cuatro.
I really like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Spelled Quattro. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure because that's not right.
No.
Yeah. Quattro. I don't know. Well, the people involved aren't the smartest. They know about as much of the language as you do about geography. Am I right?
I think that's correct.
You know where Mexico is, Dan?
It's under us. Build that wall. It's it aired on September 29th, 2007. Now, if I may question the Sci-Fi Channel's logic there, isn't that premiere week for all the broadcast networks? Isn't like literally every TV show new that week? Why didn't you just air it a month earlier in the summer when people want to watch a fucking Species sequel?
Or exactly a month later near Halloween.
Oh, that might be a good idea too.
We're going to air this
3 weeks after Labor Day, Species The Awakening.
Mm-hmm. Because when you think of Species, you think back to school.
Oh, God, there was a lot of jokes going on in my head there. That's all right.
We are back on a college campus.
We are.
Oh, wait, I didn't say that of course, Ben Ripley back to write, Henry.
Yeah.
We have a new director, a fellow by the name of Nick Lyon.
Nick Lyon.
Now, this fella, he lately has been directing a lot of Christmas and dog movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll tell you, he's also known for doing those, those movies that are sort of kind of like current hits.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like asylum releases. So he's done a few of those. He's got a movie called Operation Dunkirk that came out in 2017.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got a Hercules Reborn in 2014. That was opposite that Brett Ratner Hercules with The Rock.
Ooh.
Now, his version of Hercules stars John Morrison, another wrestler.
Oh, okay. I was going to say like who? Lorenzo Lamas?
No, that would be good too, though.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that in his filmography here. He hadn't done much before Species The Awakening. His previous movie looks like it was called Punk Love.
Punk Love.
Yeah.
All right.
He wrote and directed it.
I did want to ask you about Species 3 and this Species Quattro. Any box office stats we need to be aware of?
There's no box office stats. Look, the fact of the matter is these aired on TV. The third one must have done well enough to warrant a fourth one.
Nielsen ratings? No Nielsen ratings?
Should I have looked that up?
That would have been great. What was the demographic poll for Species Quattro?
Henry, talk for a second. I'll try to find it out.
All right. Dan's going to look up the Nielsen ratings, which I shouldn't have brought it up because now I'm going to want that every time we cover something that is straight to a television and or DVDX.
Yeah. I can't find it, man. I feel like I could if I really tried, but it's not going to be quick enough.
It's okay. It's all right. For those of you at home, if you're curious, oh my goodness, I just hit on the more information references on Wikipedia for this movie, and on joeblow.com, there's an article called Species Quattro, baby, with an exclamation point.
Yeah, I saw that on Wiki.
I don't usually check the reference points on Wikipedia. You're still looking up Nielsen, aren't you?
I'm into it now.
I get it. He can't stop himself now. Yeah. Well.
Hey, it looks like the Mets beat the Marlins 13-0 on the day that aired.
Boy, those were the days. The Mets are straight DVDX too. Yeah.
All right, I don't know. I can't.
That
find
was
it.
a great time in my life, September 2007. While Dan's looking up Nielsen ratings, it's real fun time.
I'm not looking it up anymore.
He's all done with looking it up.
Let's talk
All right.
about the movie.
Yeah, let's do it.
First of all, I had some hope for this film, Henry,
Yeah, why? Why's that?
because I felt that the opening credits looked professionally made.
I mean, that's debatable, but all right.
And that was the first time in the series.
The first time.
It was just a normal font doing normal things.
Oh, that's true. Right. Yes, it was. It was just actually very basic. It was like Arial white.
But it was doing a cloud thing. Do you remember?
Yeah,
it sort of clouded onto the screen.
Yeah. So that's how low the species bar is set. By when the credits roll, if they're not awful, you're like, oh shit.
I was like, this is the first time this looks like a movie since the first one. So let's go for it.
A real ride. Yeah.
All right, so we meet this hot girl. Do you know this actress's name?
Helena Mattsson. She is Swedish. And she could have had a hard time getting work when she came over here until she lost her accent, and then she found the work piling in. She got all kinds. That's what she says. According
She
to
never
her.
really lost that accent. I got news for her.
Yeah, I got news for her too, because before I looked her up like during the movie, and when I first heard, I was like, ooh, is that a British? What is that? What is that? And then I was like, yeah,
Henry,
that's a Swede.
If I may, she has better presence than Sonny Mabry.
I don't agree with you.
I found her to be more striking. Where, like, Natasha Henstridge in the first two, you're supposed to think, like, everyone who comes across her is like, holy fuck! Look at her!
And you do. It's very believable, yes.
But to me, Sonny Mabry in the third one projected an air of just like, she's a hot college girl.
I get that.
If you were walking around your college campus, if you saw her on the quad, you'd take a glance, but you'd keep walking.
Okay, all right. I mean, I think at that point, honestly, you and I are just being males. And
but I just feel like this is the kind of presence in this fourth one. I felt like it kind of, warrants a spit take or something.
Yeah, a spit take.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Helena Mattsson.
So she is a teacher. She's an adjunct professor in this college.
Sure she is. That was my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Oh, when she's teaching the class and they keep cutting to the boys in the class going yeah, Miss Teacher. What next?
Best scene in the movie, man.
It was honestly, it was exactly like that scene in Razors of the Lost Ark where the girl closes her eyes and it says, I love you, Dr. Jones, on her eyelids.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. First of all, that's a great college. It'd be great to be a professor there because you get like a fucking stage. I mean, I have had classes in auditoriums with stages, obviously. But the way she's dressed, it's so fucking awesome. Oh my God. She's got like that cut down blazer. And what is happening? It's the best scene in the movie.
Henry loved that scene.
It's too funny. It's so good.
Then we go see her. She meets her mentor and her supposed uncle.
Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
You
want to talk about that? Why would you have her consistently calling this character Uncle Tom? Name him literally anything else.
Uncle Tim. Uncle Ty.
Look, even if you named him Uncle Ben, everyone would just be reminded of Spider-Man, not slavery.
Maybe the director's a big fan of Harriet Beecher Stowe.
It's such a strange choice. It's like one of those choices where it's like, how many people worked on this movie?
Somebody surely would have been like, can you believe they're fucking calling this guy Uncle Tom?
I mean, even in the fucking sound booth doing ADR, wasn't someone like, we could change it to John?
Right now, they'd never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone read a fucking book Oh boy.
It's
It's
insane.
weird. It's really insane. It's very odd.
All right, so they're celebrating something or other, and then she goes out for a night on the town. The next morning, a man finds her passed out, naked, in the park, perfectly covering her nipples with her arm.
It's true. It's very much like a Botticelli or something. Yeah, very, very biblical Garden of Eden shit.
Actually, for a long stretch of this movie, I was thinking, I don't think there are going to be boobs in this thing.
Oh, I cast those doubts away pretty quickly. Did you really think that? Yeah.
Henry, I've got a note here. I took a note. No,
The time.
no boobs. I'm Mr. Skin, Henry. No boobs until 56 minutes in.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Were there so many breasts in Species 3
Yes.
that I just carried over and was
Yes.
like, I was like, they're everywhere. Just asses and tits everywhere. Because I feel like they were everywhere in this movie.
They are, but only from minute 56 on.
The way Dan just said they are, his eyes got real big. Like, wait, hold on, Henry.
Well, I was remembering some.
Listen, no, it's very funny. It was like, listen, Henry, hold on. No, you're right. There are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I misremembered that. I thought they were there from minute one. Okay.
All right. So she gets taken to the hospital. She freaks out. She starts murdering all of the doctors. Okay. Her uncle Tom, goes to pick her up, pops her in his car, starts driving down to Mexico. They experience no problems on the way. Everything's cool. They drive down to Mexico.
Smooth drive, to Mexico.
And on the way, he tells her, "You're an alien. I'm not really your uncle. I'm just a scientist who cloned you. And I gotta tell you something. Go touch that book about cars. You'll know everything about cars." So she touches the book about cars, and then she goes, "That clanking? You can fix that by tightening the thing." And it's like, oh.
Yeah. I actually, in that moment, I was thinking I could really use an alien who looked like that and knew a lot about cars to just kind of go around with me and help me with all of my automobile issues. You
don't need that. You just need a transformer.
There's another, bonus to having the other one. But Transformer would also...
What, you want to fuck your car teaching robot?
My osmotic alien mechanic?
Yeah. You could probably fuck a transformer. I bet the inside of the inside of the tailpipe is smooth.
You're not gonna fall off with the banana in the tailpipe?
Who am I, Paulie over here? Fucking robots and shit?
Paulie loves robots.
Why'd you roll your eyes?
Because I was trying to make a serious query about what sex with a transformer must feel like.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I was thinking Paulie probably knows, because doesn't he...
He has a sex robot. It's not a transformer, though.
All right, let's get... So Bumblebee having sex. You wanted to know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee's a boy transformer, right? Are there girl transformers? Is there maybe only one, like the Smurfette?
Probably.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, we're down in Mexico. She's resting. He's out on the town. He meets the sweet goth evil alien nun, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, she was fun.
She was great, actually.
I agree.
She has good presence. Cannot speak English at all.
Marlene Favela.
Right, but I thought she was pretty fun in this movie. Hey, listen, if you're gonna go for it, if we're really doing aliens down in Mexico, and in a fucking Species movie with all the boobs and everything, why not just have like a sexy nun alien?
She's also on 2 American TV shows, or was. She was on Ugly Betty and Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, those are the two American TV shows with the most Spanish-speaking characters ever.
Yes, the most illegal aliens. Yes. Yes.
Except for that show Devious Maids by the Desperate Housewives guy.
Oh, all right. This is only her third movie. I would be willing to check out her other one, Ruby la Descarada.
I would not. Okay. Then he also runs into my MVP, Henry.
Jesus. Yeah, who's that?
A Texan.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he runs into a guy with a big old hat. What do you call them? A 10-gallon cap.
I think it's called a 10-gallon cap. I believe it's a 10-gallon hat.
And he says, "Hey, why don't you let me buy you a drink? All right, come to the bar with me, man."
Only thing these guys down here are gonna understand is when you put a bullet near them, and they'll tell you the truth. Otherwise, they ain't got no cause to believe you.
Now I'm an oil man from Houston, Texas.
I thought that was gonna be Daniel Plainview for a minute.
Oh.
Oil man.
Yeah.
My son, H.W. That would have been great if in this movie, same year, H.W. Plainview just shows up with his son. With
Played
his
by
dad.
the same kid.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm an oil man. We're looking to drill on certain planets.
All right.
Drink a milkshake.
Yeah. I knew we were going to get to the milkshake.
All right.
What else happens? Ultimately, he then runs into a lady in a bar who wants to fuck him. What a weird sequence this whole thing was.
Very weird. I mean, I didn't even understand, honestly, when he leaves her back at the hotel and he goes out gallivanting. What's he even...
keeps wanting to do that, though. I feel like constantly he's telling her, "You need your rest.
You rest.
I want to explore the Mexican underworld."
Exactly. It makes no sense. But then he finds my favorite character in the movie, and that is the British friend.
You're going to switch right over the mugger?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
The sexy
please.
mugger
Great.
he's like, "Do you want to go? I know a place we can fuck." And she says,
Yes.
"Do me here." And then she steals all his money. I enjoyed that.
No, that was great, and that was played by somebody who had a lot of credits to her name, too. Very strange.
Interesting. All right, so yeah, then he meets the British friend who's working. He's like making clones of. He's using alien DNA to create clones of like dogs out of his apartment for like people whose dogs have died.
Yeah, he's like an underground dealer in cloning, and that's like what he's living, making a lot. And he makes sure that he makes clones to have sex with.
It turns out that nun who attacked him earlier is his alien sidekick. It's actually, she serves much the same function that you were trying to say earlier, that you want an alien to just like give you tips.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's true.
Because she's sort of just a gopher for him. She's sort of like an intern.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. She's the hot intern.
But he's fucking her.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Her
And
name's
she says
Azura.
Cayete. Right, Azura. And she yells Cayete a lot when they're screwing on the bed. She yelled, remember she slaps
Cayete?
Cayete, yeah. She's saying Cayete.
Quiet.
Yeah, or shut up while he's telling her how much I like it, baby. I like this.
Oh,
I
right.
like this. And then she's like, Cayete. Cayete. I thought that was weird. These are weird movies, man.
They are. Okay, so ultimately, she is starting to disintegrate. They discover that she's going to die in a couple of days.
Right.
If they don't inject her with human DNA. Which, by the way, that's how she's been kept alive all this time. He says 3 times a year he injects her with human DNA in her sleep.
Yeah, say that.
It's that fucking easy?
Pretty easy.
Why didn't we just do that in the first 3 movies to, like, everybody? That seems like a really easy fix. Like, Nepper couldn't think of that. Oh, you'd inject her with some human DNA, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good point. You could have just solved the entire crises. You could have had Dr. Xavier Fitch just hit up Henstridge with 3 shots a year.
If the government hired this British guy, I think problem solved.
Problem solved. It's like a flu shot, but you get it 3 times a year. No biggie.
Yeah.
Alien invasion solved. Yeah.
All right, so they put her into a cocoon. That's the first time you see boobs. It's through the cocoon. and she
All right.
she finally hatches, but she seems to have lost some of her humanity. And she's DTF as soon as she gets out of this cocoon. She says to Azora, the hot alien babe,
I was shocked.
Let me fuck her.
That, I have to say, that was shocking.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked.
But even more shocking is after that, she goes up to Uncle Tom.
That was less shocking.
Come on! I have the line here. What say we go grab one of Forbes's bottles of top shelf tequila and get naked? You aren't my real uncle.
Creepy.
That's fucking creepy, dude. First of all,
Shit.
you can find a version of that scene on the front page of any porn site. Are you kidding me? Search Step Uncle. I pray you'll be there all night.
You'll be there all night. No, you're right. That's creepy. But no, I found it shocking that first of all, they're swearing again. You helped me out a little bit trying to wrap my head around the swearing and the nudity on this fucking sci-fi movie. But when she turns to the woman and says, "Let me fuck her," I'm like, holy shit. This is crazy.
And it's funny because she sort of calls this woman's bluff. Like Azora, the whole movie has been like this, like sexy fucking.
Right.
You can't even touch her. She's like
Right.
this incredible, crazy alien who like
Right.
has no inhibitions. And then the second like this girl is like, "Let me fuck her," Azora's like, "Ew, no."
No,
I'm
bueno.
not fucking gay.
No, señorita.
Okay, so ultimately, it's another third act where they're chasing people around, and Azura's kind of the villain, but also they've got to get her, the blonde one. The blonde one, she goes to a Latin nightclub and starts dancing with everybody. She dances with one particular dancer, Henry.
That was also very, very
The
weird.
one where she sticks her tongue through his head.
Like, why? I don't even understand that. He barely looks at her, first of all.
He's into it, though, because I wrote down a line that he says while they're dancing. This is what he says. Yeah, me so like it.
Not say that.
I swear to God.
Is that in subtitles?
Yes.
Or is it like, me so like it?
Yes.
Who the fuck is behind these movies? Oh my
Ben Ripley.
No, I mean, like, what production? Oh, this is MGM, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Me so like it.
Me so like it.
There's a Jar Jar area here.
Great Gungan joke, I mean, on Mandalorian this week.
Probably looks like a chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Bill Burr says that.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that show I need to revisit. Yeah.
So Azora ultimately she gets she's in a church looking for Uncle Tom, and a giant cross just falls on her and crushes her, and I laughed and laughed.
I mean, he throws like, what is it, like a wrench or some shit, and knocks off this cross. Perfect aim. She's got about 9 minutes to get out of the way, but instead, in great movie villain fashion, she prefers to stare at it come down on her, and then she's dead, not dead.
She's dead. She's presumed dead, but then, like 15 minutes later, we cut back to the church, and she's like waking up.
I think that Nick Lyon was a great admirer of Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn, because this character.
You're totally fucking right. It is that.
Eyes and the breasts and always like with the there's a lot.
No, totally. You're absolutely right. I think he's a Robert Rodriguez head. This guy.
I think that. And we're down in Mexico.
There's a little bit of Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico in this movie. Of course, low budget and incompetent, but still.
But they are actually in Mexico, right? They filmed it there, I think.
I mean, maybe.
I think they did. Yeah.
They didn't really make the most of the locations, if so.
Guys, I got great news. We're going to be able to bring the whole production down to Mexico. Where are we going to shoot? That's amazing, Nick.
in a rundown motel.
Nick, do you want to get some exteriors? Anything on the outside? No. We made it to Mexico. We're inside. We're good.
Yeah. And for lunch today, craft services, McDonald's. Okay.
Red Lobster.
Oh, yeah, they're sponsors. All right, so what do you give this movie? What happens at the end? I don't even remember.
He burns up. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. She dies, and then he like burns the whole lab and walks
He
away.
thanks her for giving her life.
No, she thanks him.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
She says, thank you for giving me life. Because he's like, sorry, he let her down and she's going to die. And she's like, I would never have lived in the first place if it wasn't for you. It's beautiful.
It's Uncle
It's
Tom.
a real Rosebud moment.
It sure is. All right. I gotta say, what you were saying in the very beginning of the show, before we got into the movies, about the experience of watching these, this is the one for me where, despite some of the Mexico stuff, which was decent, this one became very fucking tedious for me.
I agree. What I said at the beginning about Species 3 holds true double for this movie.
Yeah, so for that reason, this is a 1 for me.
Listen, I'm the D train, the DNA train, the double D train. If anyone's going to enjoy this movie about a guy named Uncle Tom taking down his sexy alien step-niece to Mexico, I'm your audience.
Oh my God, this is true.
Yeah.
Dios mío.
But, but no, I'm sorry. It's a little too bad and boring and not fun to recommend. I've got to give this one a 1 as well.
Oh, all right. Okay. My MVP is Dominic Keating. I like the Brit. He injected some funny life.
He was kind of okay, and we encountered him before as Sommelier in The Exorcist: The Beginning.
I saw that, but I don't really remember who. I remember the name Sommelier. I remember us commenting on that name, I believe, but I don't remember him in that. All right. Yeah. My LVP. Just because Sonny Mabry's shone so bright, Helena Matson.
Oh,
sorry.
My MVP, of course, is the rootin' tootin' Texan. And
what's his purpose in the movie, by the way?
He never comes back. I have no idea. He dies, right? He walks away from the drink and dies. I think he's just like a body count.
Well, she beats him up in the hotel room, and I don't know if she kills him. Maybe she does, but yeah.
Yeah, and my LVP, I mean, what can I say, Henry? It's gotta be Me So Like It, that guy. No, he's too good. I can't give him LVP.
Why would that be an LVP? It's a highlight, man.
I don't know. Who's the MVP of this? Like, the acting isn't really the problem. It's the writer. Listen, you got to give the LVP to the producers. They made Species 3, by any count, a piece of shit. And they're now making a Species 4, and they're thinking, let's get them back.
Yeah, and it's worse, which we'll find out when we rank them. Would you like to rank them now or after my superhero count?
Superhero count it up.
I got a 4 count.
All right.
It's not too painful. Helena Matson, we've encountered her before, my friend.
Oh, she's the sexy Swede? Okay. Where?
She played a character named Rebecca in Iron Man 2.
Oh, probably maybe at that party where that DJ who died.
That's what I was
scratching.
thinking. That's what I was thinking, yeah. All right. Ben Cross, who, of course, played...
He's Uncle Tom, right?
Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom played Dr. Mindstrong in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Okay, that sort of robber, hooker, prostitute who I was telling you had a lot of credits. That's played by an actress named Megan Faye. She's an American from Illinois. She's a comedian.
All right,
She's
keep it going.
She's in Party Down, 2.5 Men, Big
What?
Love. Yes, that's why I'm telling you. You got to look this woman up.
Who is
Why
this?
Her name's Celeste in the movie.
Oh,
Megan
here.
Faye.
Megan Faye. She's
Look
in
at these
Magnolia.
clips. Yeah, I know. I saw that too.
She's in fucking Barton Fink. Who the fuck is this woman? She's on Mad Men.
You know what? I'm wrong.
She's the MVP, I think.
That's not Celeste. That's the wrong character. That can't be. She's too young.
Yeah, she doesn't look sexy. That was a sexy mugger.
Yeah, sorry about this. Not the sexy mugger. So anyway, that's not her. Megan Faye's another woman played a character named Celeste. I thought that was the mugger's name. Celeste in Species: The Awakening is Miriam Fry in Marvel's Agent Carter. Do you know who that is?
I mean, I'm sure. Oh, yes, I do. She lives in like a women's only crash pad, like her apartment building. They don't allow men even as visitors. And
Okay, so who's that in this? Who's that actress in this?
I don't know, but I think she's the like she
Not
runs the thing. Like she's the old biddy who runs the.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I was way wrong on that. Great job, Hank. Adam Wiley, who played Jared in this. Do you remember a character named?
It was just a passing cameo, Henry. Adam Wiley, of course, is the kid from Picket Fences, who also had a role in Gilmore Girls.
Look at you, of course. Well, he also had a role playing Boy Kenny. That's the character's name. Boy Kenny in Batman Beyond. Jimmy Olsen in
Great.
Superman Doomsday. And Brainiac 5 in Legion of Superheroes.
All right, so he's doing fine.
A lot of work.
All right, you want to rank these?
It's easy for me. This is the first time it's happened like this, I believe, for me in a very
We're
long
gonna
time.
do the same thing. It's a real 1, 2, 3, 4 situation.
Got it.
Straight down the line. They just got
Really
worse.
is. It really is. It is the quintessential poorly planned out
And
franchise.
again, in the first like half hour of 3, I was thinking like my hot take is gonna be it's 1, 3, 2, 4. Is that one of these straight to
could see that,
videos was better than one of the theatricals? But then
They
as
weren't.
it went on, no, it's not. Species 2 is a little better. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
Yep.
Species, ladies and gentlemen.